Hey guys, good morning. It is Jenna and Sarah. This is episode number 7 of Virtual Brunch and Banter. Kelly is actually moving again this weekend, so she's not going to be joining us right now. So it's the two of us, and we're going to go over what we see, designers might not have on their website just from experience, and hopefully help you guys to get those websites a little bit more up to par when trying to book clients. So, hey Sarah, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, guys.
So to be totally candid, this is our second taping of this entire episode because I forgot to put on the record, which it's weird. It always auto records. So watch out for that if you're using Zoom. Sometimes it just makes up its own stuff. Okay, here is a little bit about our background. If you've watched the other 6 episodes, you know that I work primarily with homeowners and Sarah works with designers. So I am not sharing my screen. Let me get it together. You would think that we've had a few mimosas this morning, but right? I haven't. Just not enough coffee.
I think it's all the coffee. We're just like coffee jitters.
I know. I wish I had enough. I just don't even right now. There's not enough coffee in the world for this Sunday morning. Okay, so what makes a website good? So as Sarah and I are going through the feature designer applications for the eDesign Tribe platform, we do have some requirements and some standards for when we're sending traffic to our feature designers' websites. We just want to make sure that they're up to par with the level of service that all of our designers should be offering, as well as the minimum price point, which is a really big contingency for us. We just want to make sure there's no undercutting and that everybody is really setting that higher standard than what has been set previously by, Havenly, Mozzie, all those other ones. So what makes a website good? It's easy to navigate. It's clear and concise. That means that, you can find what you're looking for. You have to consider when you are going to look for, something that you want to hire or buy or, whatever on the internet, what do you do when you're looking at those things? Do you like websites that kind of look like they're spammy, or would you look for something that's nice and clear and easy to navigate and you can find what you're looking for pretty immediately within the first 10 seconds of being on that site? Same goes for us. We have to make sure that we are connecting visually, and there's a lot of negative space around images, not a lot of clutter. You don't have to sift through things because people do not read. I don't know if you knew this or not. People don't read stuff when you put it on their internet, on your website. So make it easy, make it visually appealing. That is what we do. We create beautiful spaces, whether they're through concept boards or renders or in real life. You got some good images there. Add language that connects to your ideal client. And Sarah and I are going to go over our personal sites here in a minute. So you'll see a little bit how we've both done that, and in how we, entice people that are our ideal client that we do want to work with. So not only through the copy on your website, but also through the graphics. They have to indicate that level of service that equates to the price point that you're charging people. If somebody comes on your site and they see a concept board that you've done or a render that you've done that just does not equal the $1,000 that you're charging for that render, they're going to jump off that site real quick, and they're going to go head over to one of the cheap competitors that don't know how to design. But here's the deal: like if your design was beautiful and implemented, using higher end products, your visuals have to equal that in order for somebody to perceive the value of your services. So you'll want to make sure that you're using nice quality graphics that are yours. Do not use stock photos. You have to represent your own work. If you can't do that through a portfolio because maybe you don't have one yet, go ahead and just shoot little vignettes with your phone around your house. Get a little tripod off Amazon. That's what I did. And find a corner, style it. Move some of the stuff over to another corner. You can just hide all of the crap that you have in your living room and push it around out of the frame. You don't have to clean your entire living room to be able to take nice little photos for your portfolio. And trust me, I am the first one to tell you that that's exactly what I do, because I
Yep,
have a
you just
three-year-old,
pick the
so.
toys out of the frame.
Yep. And then I always like to take that shot where it's like, okay, but this is what it really looks like when you look into the room.
Right.
Like these kids' toys over here, but like a beautifully perfect styled side table on the other side. Do what you got to do to create your own content. And if that's creating concept boards in Photoshop or creating renders in the platform, make your own vignettes. Do not take stock photos, and never take somebody else's work, because it is very misleading. When consumers see a beautiful kitchen as your home image, but it was really just a stock photo. So definitely always use your own work, and be creative about how you're getting that if you're just starting out. All right, Sarah, do you want to hit the rest of them?
So consistent branding, like this doesn't just speak to putting your logo on everything. It's being consistent in the experience of your website, whether it's, if it's brand colors or layout or anything like that. That consistent branding should be conveyed in all of your deliverables and everything. It all should just be one cohesive element of your brand. And so that's really important. And then, how it works in obvious deliverables. I'm really good at just skipping ahead and I'm not even aware of it. But yeah, so the word deliverable, essentially, we're trying to replace that instead of the dreaded word packages. It's kind of gotten a really bad rap in all the groups and throughout the industry. So, if you've got packages on your website, go to services, go to deliverables, elevate your offerings, elevate your website. Yeah.
And the verbiage that pairs with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you want to speak to your client. You want to speak to them in the way that you communicate. So, also being authentic in that too. And then don't make it difficult to book or get in touch with people. Like contact or let's talk, or just obvious words that are, that everybody knows when you go to a website. Okay, I want to get a hold of this person. You click one of like 3 or 4 terms. It's obvious. Make that obvious. Make that. I have it at the top of all of my pages because I don't want people to go searching for it. Because the longer they have to search for things on your website, they're just going to bounce. Yeah. So, just make it easy. If you make it easy for people to spend money, they will spend money. And I'm sure we've all experienced that with, late night Instagram shopping. So
you have a serious problem.
I do. And so your personal connection, this isn't just in your bio or anything like that, but it's your whole website. You need to have your name. Like in my case, where my business is not, it's not, Sarah Durnez Designs or anything like that. And the reason why I did it is because I have a very difficult last name to pronounce. But I have my name on my website so people know who I am. And I don't get that, hey, Loft Design, like, because nobody knows what your name is. And then I also include just kind of where I'm located. You don't need to put your street address, but just, where you live, because that develops another connection. But it also, when you're communicating with people, they already kind of know what time zone you're in. And that right there will reduce a lot of headaches. So tell people about you.
Absolutely. So to be a featured member on the platform, we have things that you have to have on your site, and that is ready for launch. That's top fundamental set here. So a homepage, and we're going to go over, our layout for our homepage, because we really kind of hit on all of these things right here on that homepage. And the reason why is because when you go to a website, you don't want to be clicking around everywhere. You just want to find what you came for with minimal amount of clicks. We're all really good at just scrolling through Instagram and Facebook. So if you have everything on a homepage, you can just scroll right through and find what you need, and then go to another page. But a core homepage with your services on it, maybe your eDesign and local offerings, about you, your portfolio, which uses up-to-date imagery that reflects the type of client that you're trying to attract. So if you don't want to do modern anymore, but you have some old modern projects and you want to really just do like coastal, like inspired spaces, just put the type of design that you have. If you haven't done a lot of those, build them in this rendering software. Like, it is so quick and easy to build this. And then get the word out about it. Like, I made this render last night in like 2 hours, and there's a lot more to it than this, but it's just a great thing for your site. Add some testimonials, so some, you know, client reviews, whatever you might have for projects, and then make sure they can contact you. This comes with like every website. You just sync it up and it goes right to your emails. So mine is called like Let's Talk, and it's just a way for people to submit a form for me. Nobody ever thinks that they fall in line with the services that I offer on my site. They always think that they do have something special. You know, they just can't book it. Yeah, that they can't book it right there. A few of them do, but then a lot of them are like, well, what about this room? And I'm like, oh, well, this is the right service for you. And then we talk about it, but they need to be able to have a clear way to contact you. I also use a chat bubble. You can do this with Facebook business page, but Facebook business contacts, like if people message you, it's so hard to find the message again. Like, I don't know where this black hole is with messaging on Facebook, but I hate it. I hate messaging on Facebook.
Yeah.
So
and then you get into it and you find like 20 missed messages.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah. Sorry.
Don't do that. Don't message businesses on Facebook. Don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, at least for us, please don't. But not a lot of people do, because they also think that it's, you know, I think people get it, that it's like weird. So, you know, you can add that bubble, like I said, on your website. But what I do is I use ActiveCampaign to collect my emails through my opt-in, which I'll go over here in a second. And they have a chat feature that syncs with my emails. So if I'm not live on my site, I can be, and I can chat with them back and forth. But if I'm not on there right now, it syncs right over to my email. So I just have CRM, which basically maintains all my clients. Somebody messages me, they leave their email, I respond to them, and then we have a conversation that way. So having chat bubbles and a contact form is great. Okay, SEO for blogging. So I'm not a blogger. I do not consider myself a blogger, but I blog for SEO, search engine optimization. So that sends, when I write a blog and I put it on social media, and then I put it on Pinterest, and then it always is on Pinterest in, you know, repetition to different boards using Tailwind, then I am constantly driving people to my site. And then I keep them on my site by saying, hey, look at all these cool other things that you could do while you're here. And then they get on my website, then they get on my email list. That's typically through my opt-in, which is for me a style quiz, but maybe you have like a downloadable checklist of what you do when you are doing you know, a remodel or something, if that's your thing. Whatever it is, it has to give value to the end user, to the consumer, and you get their email in return for that. And then you nurture that email to connect with them, and periodically you send them new information, a new blog post that you think they might be interested, or whatever, until they're ready to hire a designer, and you're the only one that's showing up in their inbox every week, so they want to hire you. So having an opt-in like a style quiz is great. Passive income. So Sarah and I have courses that we have for designers, but we teach designers also how to create courses for consumers. So Leslie Carruthers and I have a course called, well, it's a really long name, but if you go to designwellcourse.com, it basically shows you how to build your own course from scratch, exactly how I did it. Sarah took my course and created her SketchUp course, which has been insanely successful, that now she's created more courses because of demand. Yeah, so like we have courses on courses on courses, but we do it because we have the knowledge. We know how to connect with our audience that is telling us that they want these courses, and then we create them so now everybody else can build stuff. So that's one form of passive income, a revenue stream there. It's not totally passive because you have to work for it. You know, we build our audience every single day. We talk to our, you know, the people that we're selling whatever to, because we like to. They're our peers, they're our friends, and we know that we can help them. So that's where courses come from. Passive income also can be totally passive, where you make something like a shop the look board, which you can generate in the Design in 5 program within our platform. And you can literally create a full shop the look board in less than 5 minutes, hence the Design in 5. So you can create a landing page on your website that basically is shop coastal rooms, shop dining rooms, shop whatever categories, and then you just have all these shop the look boards for consumers to come purchase everything off that board and then earn you an affiliate commission, which is basically a referral commission when they purchase those products. So they might not like totally want to do full service with you. They might not want to do that one-on-one, but you're giving them that other option to get designer curated designs, and you still earn money off of it. So that's a great other section to have.
You've already groomed them. They like your vibe, and they're like, I can't afford the services because I got to put all that in buying the sofa or whatever.
Yep.
And you're giving them a shortcut, and you're still making a percentage. So.
Yep, exactly. So I'm going to go over real quick my site and the navigation, and then Sarah will do hers, which is similar, but for designers, and mine is for homeowners. So just real quick, we both use Squarespace. This is the Greenwich template, but I made this years ago, so I don't know if it's still there. Yeah, Sarah's too. She's not totally positive, but we might have even used the same one after looking at it. So I use black and white for my logo because it is simple, it's clean, and it creates a beautiful watermark that I can use on my work and invert it. So it could be black or it could be white, depending on what I need there. And then I have this blue color because I love blue. I don't know if you knew this or not about me, but I love blue, and I grew up on Lake Champlain, so water is just a component in my life. And then kind of like this sandy color too. It was organic for me to be able to pick it. But when Kelly was talking about branding in one of our first episodes, she said take a render that you love and go to Photoshop or whatever other program and use the paint bucket tool and just collect colors from that and create a palette. Because you put that cohesive room together, the color palette already works. Pull branding colors, play around with some different colors there. And that's, kind of what this is. Like, not even on purpose, but the blue color is very similar, and this is actually my accent color. So it's funny that it works out like that. So the consistency in branding here, it just, your first image should connect and then throughout your site. So right below on my homepage here, I have about me. I never took professional photos of myself for my headshots until October of last year, when I did a one-room challenge and I had a photographer come over and shoot that room for me. And then I dressed in, black and white and branding colors. And then I had her take some shots of me in my room. This is my living room that I did with my family behind me and, my husband and my daughter, because these are things that are important to me. These are my why. And I just thought that I should include them in my headshots and in my imagery for my site as well, because and here's a picture of Vermont. Like, this photo embodies everything that built me and to create what I am today. And then I talked about it right here. And then a little, let's collaborate. Like, hey, you've heard enough about me. Let's talk about your project. But, you just give them all these options to do so. And then here's a video that I created. This one I made in Canva. I actually have, it keeps wanting to start from the end. I don't know why, but this video I created in Canva. I have a template for you guys in the eDesign U course that goes through, how I did this, and you can copy it and adapt it to yourself. I have another one in Adobe Spark that is laid out here in my How It Works page. It's a nice little pinnable graphic that I have. Here's the other version. This is also a template that you guys can use in the self-hosted eDesign U course. Then I just break it down. I'm like, here's number 1, what we do. Here's step 2, it's your homework. Here's step 3, collaboration time. And then your final deliverables go here. And then the shopping list. And all these are nice little pinnable, shareable graphics for social media. And then step 5, send me your pictures so I can see what you did. So laying out how it works on your website is instrumental in booking clients. I can tell you that if I just go to a site and it says, I offer eDesign services, I'm like, cool, I'm out of here, because I don't know what that means. You know, half the time, consumers don't even know what eDesign or virtual design is, and they're scared to put down so much money. You know, that Modsy they go to, or, you know, any of the other ones, because they're like, oh, we guarantee that you're going to love your design. With us, we're professionals. We charge what we charge because we know what we're doing. And we need to convey that through our website. So it's not just beautiful renders, it is also the justification of the price points. And a lot of that comes through imagery, and it comes with this is how it's going to work. This is how we're going to collaborate. This is where your money goes. And it justifies them putting down that big chunk of change, which is an investment in a better lifestyle for them. We just need to explain that to them through imagery on our website. I do now add this logo up here, which is just, I put it in Photoshop. I just dropped my PNG image, which is no background, no white background image, right onto my graphics. And then people can't steal them, hopefully, you know, or at least it says who I am with it on there. I have my blog post laid out here. I like to create images in both the eDesign Tribe rendering software and Photoshop to create these beautiful little images that get so many clicks on Pinterest. And so I have a little how to decorate series that drives my traffic. That is like my #1 traffic driver to my site. Once they're on my site, I go take that style quiz and get on my email list, you know? So all of this I teach in my courses. Everything has to do with the previous step. So you have a website, you start with the website, you make sure it's cohesive, and then you move on to building it and adding blogs and adding shot the looks and all these other things. You also want to have your portfolio. And then here are my opt-ins. So I have one where they can get, these are all basically affiliate links to stores in a master list. And here is what farmhouse style are you? So this is my style quiz, which is also in my menu bar. I say what farmhouse style are you because that's the term people are like, know right now. But the majority of the time, they're not farmhouse style. They're coastal, they're modern, they're whatever. So in my style quiz, I say, you are refined coastal, you are refined transitional. And that way, they can really get plans for what they actually are, and it's not farmhouse. But the trigger word is farmhouse for when they're searching it on social media, on Pinterest or whatever. So consider your verbiage and what people are using. And then I have some testimonials. So I got a eDesign after picture, which was wonderful, here from Sandy. So Sandy wrote me a nice little testimonial. And then Irene also did for this room that I designed for her, and other things. And then, you know, I have that also in my menu bar. And then here I just have a recap of that how to style series. All of these were done in Photoshop. I teach this in my Photoshop Basics course. And this is how I write blogs now, because I hate writing blogs. I hate it. I don't like to write things. I actually just told Sarah this the other day that I don't typically write things, and I talk into my phone and do voice to text. So a lot of people will email us and say, hey, can we do you know, copywriting for you, or can we go through, I see that you have some proofreading. And I'm like, no, this is how I talk. This is how I attract clients. And I'm okay with that, to be totally honest with you. If I missed an I, didn't cross a T, it's okay for me. I really don't mind that, because I'm not perfect, and it is not something that I enjoy doing, or that, I don't know. It's just, I connect with clients that way. I've had clients say, because I swear like a sailor when I'm not in front of you guys, but I have pictures that have booked clients of me holding up a sign that says, show some effing passion. And, you know, the whole word's out there. But I connected and landed clients because they're like, you're so real about it. And then I have clients, well, not clients, but people that come to my blog that have seen WTF, because I write my blogs like I speak. And sometimes I'm like, WTF, like, why is this happening right now? And then I write about it in a blog, or I voice to text it in a blog. And she didn't like that. So she felt the need to email me and tell me that. And I said, that's okay. You're not my client. Like, you know, if you want to read my blog, that's great. But if you don't, then we weren't set for each other. And I'm okay with that, because I know that the people that I am attracting are the ones that I want to work with. And my verbiage does that. Right. And then I just got, oh, hey, Sarah. So, and then I just got Instagram feed, because I never really post on Instagram. Because, you know, all the other things. So this just kind of helps to reinforce and to follow me on social media. So if you want a little bit more info as to in depth what I have here, my eDesign U basics course tears this apart. We go through every single detail here. I walk you through my entire site and why I do what I do. So that is in there if you guys want some more information on that. eDesignU.com. It's a basics course. But Sarah, let's see yours.
Ooh, okay, let's do this. Are you seeing my screen?
Got it.
Perfect. Okay, so you guys, when people visit your website, you're being qualified. Even though I'm doing B2B, which means business to business, I qualify every designer that reaches out to me, and basically looking at their website, because you learn a lot about people that way, and a lot of it's unspoken. So like Jenna, I do gravitate mostly to black and white, just because it's clean and I like it. I don't really have any other branding colors, just because I don't, but you know, having a few others is nice. And like Jenna, like I've got this, you know, just really short menu bar at the top that directs you to all the main parts and components of my business. But when looking at the homepage, like I want to capture people. I want this image to always be the most relevant thing I'm working on right now. And you know, I want to bring designers in. They're like, oh wow, this is what's going on here. And you want to have something similar like that for your clients as well, whether you're doing business to business or you're connecting with homeowners. So for me, my business is all visual, just like yours. So I do kind of keep my copy a little brief. And I've got, you know, just some few sentences about what I do here. And then I reiterate that with images. And this is an exact image of, well, obviously it's an exact image, but this is a bed that I designed for a designer. And this is, you know, she sent me a picture like, look what you drew. And this is exactly how it turned out. And I'm like, yeah, that's how that works. But it's really, you know, it's exciting. And then also another thing that I have right on my homepage, because I'm thrilled to share it with everybody, is the episode I did on a well-designed business. And that is a year old, but it's still really relevant content. And so I have that on the homepage. And then scrolling through, testimonials with more imagery, just reiterating again, like visually, this is what I can produce. This is how I work. This is what other designers who've worked with me, this has been their experience. And I just keep going back to more graphics, testimonials, graphics. And like Jenna had mentioned, I don't remember which template this is, but I've been seeing it on a lot of like newer designers' websites. So I know it's still available. And then I get down to the bottom here, and just like Jenna, I've got my little Instagram feed, and you guys, it's just so simple working with Squarespace and dropping everything in. So when I go back up here, and I'm like Jenna, I don't like writing blogs, but I do it because it's really what validates your website. And so I found a way to write about something that I enjoyed. I essentially started my business with 5 designers. And so I basically wrote about a project that I worked on with them. And I was able to backlink that blog post to their website. And what that does is it validates your website, and that helps with your SEO ratings. So find something that you least like to talk about. If you're not really into, you know, writing blogs, you don't have to have a ton of copy. What I think 600 words or something, Jenna, is that sort of where people start to fall off?
I think so. I don't read blogs personally.
I
To
don't
be
read
totally
them.
honest, I just look at the pictures and I look for the highlights of, you know, the text that answers my question.
Yep, and that's and I think that's what a lot of people do. So, you know, and then this is another thing where, you know, if you are on the platform and, you know, you've got this imagery that you've been producing, these renderings and stuff that you can include, because again, you know, use your own content. And if you're on the platform, you now have a way to create your own imagery for your entire website and all your blogs. No more stock photos. That's going to be something that goes out with 2020. We're going to get rid of it. But if you're doing a blog, you need to be backlinking, and there's a number of groups that help with that. And so I've also linked, you know, my courses here, and because we've been creating this content now for 14 weeks, I'm putting that on my website too, because, you know, when you're creating stuff, you want to use it and use it over and over and over again. So now to touch on courses again. I've had a lot of platform members reach out to me wanting to know how to do kitchens for the platform. So it's in pre-sale now to launch July 1st, but I'm creating a course on how to build custom kitchens and bathrooms in the free version of SketchUp, because we do want to minimize overhead and, you know, costs for everybody. However, this course is applicable for paid versions. But this course is going to walk you through, you know, building your kitchen, how to set that up, and then how to seamlessly bring it into the platform. And I think this will open up a lot of opportunities for anybody who's looking for this, and it'll translate to other maybe pain points with things and customization for the platform. And then also, because, you know, we're really trying to embrace all of our kitchen and bath designers. Our friend Colin O'Neill has, he's kind of like the 2020 guy, has also created a course that is also in pre-sale and will launch on the same day, that is bringing 2020 through SketchUp and into the platform. So visual right now. And so he's creating that for you guys as well. And so I guess January 1st will be Kitchen and Bath Day for the tribe.
Not January.
Oh, you guys.
Seriously, you think
July 1st. I would never go into pre-sale that long. Like, okay, you guys, like 2020's been rough. You're not getting this till 2020. No. Yeah. So sorry, you guys. July 1st. We're gonna start that month with a bang, and you know, give you guys what you've been asking for. So we're excited about that.
Yep, for sure. So I'm going to add the links to that. And then Sarah's doing another round of model certification for eDesign Tribe platform members, so that you guys can build models, make some income that way by helping other designers too within our ecosystem. So that will be coming later, but she's going to open up to pre-sale because you guys have been asking for it. So we're going to give that to you guys too. And then yeah, I'm updating all my eDesign U courses for 3.0 coming this summer. So little things that, you know, programs change. So I try to update all my courses every like 6 months or so, and it's time. So and with that comes price increases. But all of this we also teach in Leslie and mine's course, designwealthcourse.com. So yeah, lots of exciting things happening for
it's gonna be a super
you know, the
exciting
virtual
summer.
space. I think so, because we need something positive here. Yep, and building websites is fun, but getting clients is even more fun. So that's what we're gonna work on. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully we'll have Kelly back soon. She's been, you know, new baby and new house, so she is a busy lady. But
two of the biggest life stressors all at once. So.
Yeah, I know, seriously. So we can't wait to have her back, but we will be, you know, doing these again in 2 weeks. We'll have another one for you. And again, we're not doing live during the summer just because life is opening back up a little bit. So hopefully you guys are getting out, going to church on Sunday morning, and you know, maybe having some actual mimosas, which we're not doing, or else we would never get through this show.
This would be like round 3. You keep forgetting to hit record.
I know. Seriously, next time we will record this the first time so that we're not doing this late in the afternoon. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.